nice guy. He gave me a mail. I'd like to bring him to Gainesville next time they tour. He seemed interested. He was telling some of the folks that Mr. Panda Bear Noah doesn't much like to tour, nor does he like to socialize. He lives in Portugal with his wife and his kids, and doesn't really doesn't like to do a lot of touring. So, but two of them were on tour. They were on tour together, and I think David went to New Orleans to meet up with his wife or something, and then Brian came through. He's doing some solo shows to get him back up to DC. But it was.
Thank you. I shit soon not.
Oh, it's already 10:30.
Oh, Lord.
Adorable dogs.
Yeah, some of them are nice.
Hey, you're playing it all wrong. You gotta use your right hand.
I was going to do a great song for you. I can't really remember the lyrics, but I've created a thing called the Tom Miller riff, which is the basic foundation of all guitar playing. You've heard this in all of the music that's ever been performed, including James Wesson at the corner who's talking over the X. And this music, this Tom Miller riff here, can be used even if you don't remember the words. You just keep this going and no one will ever be disappointed. So I can't really remember the words to this one, but I'm gonna try. And if I screw up, I'm just gonna stop for a minute and try to remember the words. This song appears on an album I did years ago called Probe. Remind me to get a pop screen, Alan. A pop screen. That's some serious popping. I got a big fat turd coming out of my butt, out of my butt, out of my butt. I got a big fat turd coming out of my butt, and I think I see some worms. There's a big fat bird trying to eat my turd, eat my turd, eat my turd. He's trying to get the turd so he can get the worms out and feed a vomit dinner to his chickalickalins. Eat my turd, eat my turd, eat my turd, eat my turd. Eat my turd, eat my turd, to feed her chickalickalins. Thank you. I hope that made sense. I didn't really do the lyrics right, but I tried. And that's a true story. This happens in nature, and I try to do true stories. I'm going to just put this phone up under my butt here in case anyone calls. Got it set to vibrate. Technology, iPhones, put them up your butt. That'd be great. Okay. One day I was walking. That's a terrible beginning to that song. One day I was walking down through the town, looking for someone to lay. Found me a girl named Susan Clitoris and found us a bale of hay. Well, I was inside her, I started to ride her when something went dreadfully wrong. She'd been down too tight with her muscle of might. Now all of my manhood is gone. Schlong gone, schlong gone. Something went dreadfully wrong. Schlong gone, schlong gone. All of my manhood is gone. Thank you. Now these songs, thank you. I know, it was incredible. Now these songs are songs I play. I'm not a good guitar player, as you can tell. I only know how to play 3 chords, but Elvis Presley taught me that you only need 3 chords to play every song in the world. And he personally taught me that. And that's when I opened up the Tom Miller School of Professional Guitar Playing, where I taught those 3 chords to people, including the Tom Miller riff. And to prove it, I'd like to go ahead and play a couple of songs that you think are difficult and show you that really you only need 3 chords to play them. First song I'd like to play is Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin. There's a lady that's sure all that glitters is gold, and she's buying a stairway to heaven. So it's very simple to play any of these songs. A lot of people are Rush fans that I know. I know Rush is huge now. I've heard they're really, really popping. And one song that people always ask me, how do I play that great song, Tom Sawyer, that legendary Rush song, Tom Sawyer? And I said, well, you only need 3 songs to play that one. And we only need 3 chords to play that one. And I'll teach them to you. And they're going to be the G chord, the C chord, and then this one. All right. I don't know what that is, but that's part of it. Okay. So here we go. Let me be the teacher. Okay. Let me be the teacher.
Play A minor.
Yeah. No. I don't know that one. It's not necessary. Nobody needs to play that.
Can you play Far, Far Away?
Yeah. Just one thing at a time. All right. Let me do the teaching. Let me do the show. Okay. Don't like any. Everybody knows we don't like hecklers here. 100-day warrior, mean ride. Today's Tom Sawyer, mean pride. All right, so it's not difficult to play these songs. These artists are making way too much money. Now I've been working on another song. Well, their drummer. 2 years ago, James. Sorry. No, that's not possible. So there's a little ditty I've been working on, and I thought to myself, this thing is a terrible song. Way too many chords, way too busy. I can't focus on the singing. And I talked to Paul McCartney about this, and I said, Paul, that song is too busy, way too busy. And Paul said, no, it's a little ditty. It's just a little ditty. I think you'll like it. You're really going to like it. I wrote it, back in the Beatles. And I said, the who? And he said, the Beatles. And I said, are they as good as Rush? And he said, the Beatles. I said, all right. Well, and so he showed me the song. And I was like, well, what does it sound like, Paul? And this is when he was in getting guitar lessons from me. And he played this. Anyway, and I said, Paul, that's horrible. That's absolutely horrible. And I taught him the new way to do it, and that is coming out on the next Paul McCartney album. I think he's 80 now, and finally he's learned to play this song in a way that I think people are really going to enjoy. Much more simple, not too many notes, not too many chords, and it goes a little something like this. A blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see all your life. You were only waiting for this moment to be free. Blackbird fly into the night of the dark black light. What an improvement. Thank you. Yeah. He's going to be throwing away some Beatles albums when I get done with Paul. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome to the stage for this week's sermon, the one, the only, the Reverend Angel Dust. Give him a round of applause. Tonight's theme is moldy cheeses for Jesus. And 10 of you will be receiving individually wrapped free cheese. Reverend Angel Dust, please take the stage.
What's he gonna do with it when he takes it?
God only knows.
I'm trying to get the camera focused.
Is this the show?
This is the show. Hey, you made it. I just missed my opening number.
Oh, we broke here knowing you hadn't done it yet. I came this for you. I came this for you.
Hallelujah.
More energy, more energy. Hallelujah.
Yes, we.
Remember the goddess next time you get pulled over. Remember the goddess the next April 20th, we don't have a hemp fest. Remember the goddess when 2020 arrives and it still is not legal. Thank you, goddess, for purpose in our lives. The purpose of our lives is to legalize marijuana in the 21st century. Hallelujah. The theme of tonight's show is butterflies on moldy cheeses for Jesus. Hallelujah. And the reason why we chose butterflies, in addition to moldy cheese, is that butterflies attracts attention without invites, which Facebook has barred me from doing because I've overdone it. And the cheese is what attracts the butterflies. We hope. There is cheese.
I think we'll do it later.
We have cheese in the house. Thank you, goddess, for the cheese. That must have come from the dumpster. Hallelujah.
Well, that's what
Dumpster cheese. That is the best kind of cheese because it aged properly.
yeah.
Thank you, goddess, for all of my camera equipment, which came from eBay, which all came from the dumpster.
Hallelujah.
God is blessed. Thank you, goddess, for showing me that I should not be upset at things that are missing, like gold watches and wallets. And all of these things can be found on eBay, which originally emanated from the dumpster. Hallelujah. In fact, I've seen my mother's replicas of my mother's gold watch on eBay, several fold, for economically available prices. Hallelujah. So do not fret on losing anything because it can be found in the dumpster. Hallelujah. Even your virginity can be found in the dumpster. I don't know how this can be done, but the goddess and the alien motherhood have assured me that it is possible, and we will be discussing it at a future sermon when we discuss family values. Hallelujah.
I can't wait for that one.
Hallelujah. God has blessed everyone. Yes, I am reading my father's books on dominance and defiance, which was about divorce in Islamic society. And what? Well, there are similarities, actually. In fact, the people who drafted the Constitution had actual relationships with the nobility in North Africa and drew from Islam in when they drafted the Constitution. So there are similarities between American society and Islam. What they are, I don't know, but hopefully we will find that in the dumpster. Hallelujah, God is blessed. In addition to asking to receive prayers, I am also asking for suggestions on who we might have as public speakers to the Tabernacle of Hedonism. Are any people aware of organizations, perhaps, people in the police department? We could have some people in the police department perhaps speak on dumpster diving.
I'm going to write that letter and ask
My friend David.
Your friend David, what does he do? He's a cop. Would he willing to come to the Tabernacle of Hedonism? And no, okay.
Let's get Ronald Dump.
I was thinking maybe we could get graduate students from the University of Florida to discuss how ping pong balls make you hallucinate.
That's true. I read that article. You can totally do this at home.
Yeah, you can wear ping pong balls and you can hallucinate. So we could maybe get somebody from the psychology department who's, a graduate student in hallucinations who could help explain that to us.
I want to be a graduate student in hallucinations.
That's acid. A graduate student in acid.
Only if they explain the dumpster diving after.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Very good. Good heckle.
Any other special prayers or suggestions for speakers?
Joe Biden, I'd like to pray for him and suggest him as a speaker.
Okay, Joe Biden, and suggest him as a speaker. I will be writing Joe Biden and asking him if he wants to come to the Tabernacle of Hedonism.
Great.
Perhaps to discuss the improprieties of Ronald Dump.
Good topic.
All right, anyway. As you know, Ronald Dump is the President of the United States.
Not my president.
We say that respectfully because we believe the dumpster is sacred. All sustenance cometh from the dumpster, including special stuff on the upper left-hand corner. We prefer to dumpster dive naked because Adam and Eve were naked. We believe this is the way to achieve world peace. If we were all naked, maybe there wouldn't be any wars. Of course, if we were all naked, then we would be concentrating on cover-ups.
That's a deep shit right there.
Yeah, well, cover-ups could be partly the reason why we have war. So,
I got a pair of those.
sir, brother.
Yeah, they sell those at Ollie's bargain outlet.
Ollie's Bargain Outlet, yeah. The greatest store in the world.
Ollie's Bargain Outlet is not the dumpster.
That's,
Are you sure?
it's a few degrees closer than a lot of stores.
But a lot of the things that you can buy in Ollie's Bargain Outlet are in the dumpster.
Yeah,
That's true.
and you can buy cover-ups.
And you can buy cover-ups, and a lot of those don't work.
Yeah.
Any other special prayers or suggestions as speakers?
Madonna's performance at the Billboard.
Sir, brother?
Madonna, her
Ma-
performance at Billboard Awards or whatever.
Oh, billboards. Okay,
Madonna.
Madonna.
She tried playing music again recently.
Yeah. That's what
Good heckle.
And of course, I believe Madonna's boyfriend was in, or one of Madonna's former boyfriends was in the Screaming Cheers. Was that not the Screaming Cheers? Yes.
That's about right. I don't know about them.
Free to get in tonight, everybody. Free to get in this evening.
That played at the Tom Miller Show.
Yeah, she lost an eye.
At your show?
Yes, Madonna lost an eye at my show. Correct. That's correct.
That's why it's a very good show. Our Mother, who groweth the really greatest green on the bestest source of nitrogen in the universe. Under being trimmed by the devotees up there in replete nudity. Oh, high and holy is the great dumpster mother. Oh, mellow is that herb. Officer friendly. Please forgive me for whatever I did, driving at a safe distance behind the Brinks truck. And if she finds anything suspicious, we have no idea how it got there. For thine is the cow pie, the ring, and the shroom. Amen. A woman. A Jesus. A officer friendly. A NASA scientist. A Nassau Beach. A Howard Hughes skinny dipping on K-Sal Island. After consuming a lot of cocaine. As you know, Howard Hughes was an ample user of cocaine before he died in 1976, which means he's one of us. He died in Nassau, Bahamas. Yes. And he used to go to K-Sal Island as a retreat fishing place with a primitive cabin, which is almost the Florida Keys. So Howard Hughes was a local. Goddess bless them. Hallelujah.
Thank you. Thank you for that entrance, Tom. That was amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, if I could get the music to lower. Oh, I can't because I'm not there. Well, that's fine. Tonight, no, it's all right, Wesson. No, stop change, Wesson. Keep him off of the board. Stop change, Wesson. Stop him. Alan. Ship's going to get broken. Are we okay? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's at times like these we need a prayer for the show because we don't know what's going to happen tonight. All I can tell you is I promise you that before the end of the night, these things will happen. We will do a group maypole. Get ready for that, a group maypole. Number 2, Michael Garvin will tell us what he is wearing. I know that's happening tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a round of applause. Number 3, I'll give you inside information on my script, Roach Buddy, and my newest script, The Tabernacle of Hedonism, coming soon to Hollywood. Number 4, I'm almost certain somebody in this room is going to light a bomb out of their mouth. And number 5, I'm almost certain that John Wasser is going to play an extended set of fantastic music and give us some insight into the political process of the United States of America. I know that Sains is going to play. I know that we're going to hear songs about serial killers. What show is better than this? Nothing. Nothing, I submit to you. Nothing is better than this. Thank you. Yes. I'm not going to say who that is because he doesn't want me to in public, or do you? Or do you care? Huh? Oh, okay. Well, Alexander Davidowski, who works for Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen, no kidding, I'm telling you, he works for Hollywood. I'm not going to say what he does. He and I did absolutely nothing together last year, and it's about to hit the circuit. I can't wait. If nothing happens the way we did nothing, it's going to be a big deal. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a prayer for the Tabernacle of Hedonism. Please welcome to the stage our true evangelist, the one and only Granny. Give her a round of applause.
I apologize for being late. Does anybody remember when I told people just maybe help somebody sometimes? Well, that's what I was doing. I was helping an old lady. When I say old, she's older than me, and I'm 74, so that's old. Okay, clean out her garden because she lives on a real small pension. But anyway, that's the reason I was late. Is everybody happy tonight? Or has everybody got a few problems that they're having trouble handling?
Can't handle an empty glass of beer.
That's not a problem. That's an excuse.
It's an excuse. I'll have more beer.
All right.
Race to the bar.
Hush now, please. Lord and Father, I thank you once again for allowing me to be here. I thank you for the love you put in my heart that I can share it with these people. You're so wonderful. I thank you for the blessings that you've given each and every one of us on a daily basis, and those that are extra special. But God, most of all, I thank you for allowing me to see these beautiful faces, to hug these beautiful people, and to feel their warmth toward me. I don't really know how to say it, Father, but thank you, because you put a love there that nobody can take away. You gave me something special, and that's these people. That's a family I never had. I had you, but that's not totally it. You gave me all these people, and it made my life complete. I thank you, Lord, and I ask you, Father, to put a hedge of protection around each and every one of them. Guide them, Father. Help them learn to be positive if they're not already, at all times, not just sometimes. I thank you, Lord, because you're wonderful. I thank Alan, I thank Tom, and Reverend Angel Dust, and each one of the people that get up on the stage and do their little thing with them. That's what makes life, being who you are, not what people want you to be. So, Father, I thank you for that. And I thank you, Lord, for allowing me to speak in the name of Jesus. Amen. Everybody, I love y'all.
I just gave Granny a little something. If you've got a little something, $1, $2, $5, and I think Granny will even have a beer. Maybe not. No, wine, shot of whiskey. If there's a shot of whiskey in the house, you just help Granny outside in the parking lot, and that's okay. No wine or beer. But if you've got $1, please give $1 to Granny. Okay, if I can give her a little money, you can give her a little money. Anybody got $1? I think that's the whiskey. Okay. Thank you, Granny, so much for coming down tonight. Next week's going to be a big, big deal, by the way. I have to tell everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great privilege to host this show. We've been doing this show since 1985. I know that sounds insane. And back when it was a really popular show, I was thinking to myself, how can I stop this? How do I end it? How can I fuck this up forever so that I never, ever have to do it again? And we've come close. And tonight's about the closest we've ever come. We're down to about 6 people. Give yourselves a round of applause. Let's get this thing over with. Thank you. Thank you very much. But unfortunately, we have to plod on, and I'm sorry about that. I apologize to each and every one of you. But please welcome to the stage Michael Garvin, if he's here. Yeah, get Michael Garvin. I know there's no reason for him to be in the room unless he's doing his act. But let's get him in here and, figure out what he's wearing and get over that so he can get this guy to light some fucking shit out of his face and get to the real Megillah of the evening. I want to know who tonight's serial killer is. That's what I live for. Fuck yeah, man. Thank you for coming. I mean it. I mean it to everybody. Even you, New Jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Michael Garvin, the Minister of the Interior, the great Michael Garvin. Just try that mic there, Mike. Just pull that out of there. No, we can't turn it up loud enough to make that matter. Just pull that up there.
Okay.
Don't get so excited, Wasser.
Okay.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Garvin, what are you wearing?
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. I'm wearing an unconstructed linen jacket, which is not Irish linen. It's poor man's Southeast Asian linen, sadly. But it's Southeast Asia. No, that's not Southeast Asia. It's Indochina, but not China. But I am wearing, it's all over the place. No, Kaya. Listen, I have acute Kaya-philia. Kaya can do no wrong. But to continue, I am adorning this with an Irish linen hanky. Actually, this is one of my favorite jackets. It's breezy, completely unconstructed. You can throw it in the wash, pour in the wool light or not. Irish linen / cotton blend shirt with khakis of a pukey green hue, with linen silk socks. In the porn industry, that's called the money shot. Furthermore, the knee, my kneecap. Does anyone? Well, no, actually, I got these. No, it's my knee. Socks the way they should be worn. If they're below the calf, they actually fall down, and that really puts me in a bad mood. I'm wearing American-made, salvaged, Merkin, Alan Edmonds circa 1980 shoes. A lot of my secondhand shoes were bought by men who died without ever wearing them, but these actually have the feet. What's that? Yeah, these are totally worn in. In fact, the feet of the previous owner left a Shroud of Turin-like impression. And then I've been wearing it so much that the two have been commingling. So it's almost erotic. This new entity's coming into being because of both myself and the stranger who had these shoes before me. Our impressions are creating something entirely new. It's really quite interesting. Nothing else I'm wearing is of absolute interest to anybody else. So let's proceed to the second part. Oh, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Italian, thrifted, you can fold them up.
Nice. When you wear those glasses, you look like Joe Biden.
What?
Like you're going to save America.
Hold on, there's too much going on. Too many wild claims here. That's just,
Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Garvin has another unique skill that some of you don't even know what it is, except that everybody's been here, so of course you do. And what that skill is that he can wax poetic, as I like to say, on any topic imaginable. Any topic imaginable. Do we say something to piss Kaya off? Any topic imaginable. Now, the form of the question, just like in Jeopardy, remember, if you don't do the questions right, the host is going to have a heart attack. So you have to do the questions right. You have to form the questions correctly, or the host dies. And that's me. So the form of the question is as follows. Jelly beans or Godzilla, the new movie, or I don't know, whatever. So anyway, so here we go. All right, so let's see if we can do this. Anyone got a question, an issue, a topic? Is there anyone out there? Anyone that's not performing next? Anyone? Anybody? Yes, Kaya. We haven't heard from you in so long. What would you like to say out loud in public?
oh, Kaya, that's the previous act, but
Okay,
if you
all
must
right.
know.
Hang on. And Kaya, for future reference, the form is underwear?
Okay, I don't even know. Give me a second.
Yeah, let's get them off, Michael. Let's finally get these off. Nudity is not. Oh my God, you're wearing whitey tighties. That's not fashionable, is it? Why are you wearing whitey? You're wearing
Somewhere at some time. Roundtree and York, so they're Dillards.
fucking
They're-
Dillard's
they're-
whitey tighties. I can't believe
briefs,
it.
of course.
What a letdown. Jesus Christ. Michael, what the hell? Oh man, no, they haven't worn those pantaloons since 1970.
Tom, they're a top seller.
Are they?
Well, Tom, hold on. You're a boxer sort of fella.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, what did you say?
You're a boxer sort of fella.
Forgive me, I hate to show this to New Jersey, but if you don't mind.
Oh, that's right.
Please, a boxer sort of fella.
Tom,
I free ball, Michael. I free ball. I'm a free baller. What's happening here? What do you got? What's going on here? Hang on a minute, just a second. We're having a moment. The Tabernacle moment. Free ball. Free ball. Free ball.
Bill, you're vindicated.
Yeah. Free ball, motherfuckers.
Actually, okay, James.
There's been an attack. There's been an attack of the host. I didn't see that coming. I don't know how I didn't see it coming.
Tom,
what's going on there? What is that now? What's that? Are those underwear? What is that? What's going on there? What are those green things? He wears short shorts? He wears short shorts. He wears short shorts. If you dare wear short shorts, he wears short shorts. I think I broke my arm on that one.
Tom, are your ribs okay? The last time that happened, you fractured one.
Ribs are fine. My arms are broken, but I didn't see that coming.
That's even
Where was my security? Thank you, James. Thank you for testing the security of the show. I don't know if you know this or not, but in schools right now, they're doing... No, seriously, in schools right now, thank you, James, they're doing training to make sure that Kids know how to duck and tumble. You know, it's just like, let me tell you how effective that training is. Remember back in 1842 when they told kids the way to avoid nuclear annihilation is to curl into a ball and hide under your desk? Remember that? Anybody remember that? Yeah, well, whatever.
I mean, he's right, it worked.
No, I did that. I trained that way. We were scared of nukes. We thought nukes were going to be a real big hassle. Yeah, and then now they're training kids, but nothing could train you for something like this. And so, especially in a church, I'm not trying to make fun of anything. I mean this very sincerely. Okay.
Well, but Tom, if we had a completely armed to the gills teacher corps,
yeah,
we'd be in perfect shape.
I want everybody in this church to have a gun.
Every kindergartner schoolmarm will have pistols protruding from her skirt, and a bandolero, and a knife just for good measure.
Right. And if by chance you happen to be a fan of Game of Thrones, let's get some crossbows in those schools and churches. Let's get some crossbows.
Why not?
And I want to get that thing that throws boulders. I want that in there.
Catapult.
That thing is fucking amazing.
You want a catapult?
Yeah. This would have never happened if we had a big fucking catapult. And you see what happened. I was taken down.
Well, hold on. James was catapulted on the stage.
Oh, is that what happened? Oh,
yeah,
my God.
I think that's what, yeah.
Oh, maybe we don't need catapults. Now I'm starting to rethink this thing. All right, let's get back to the topic at hand.
Okay.
Sorry. I don't know what happened to the show.
That was the longest segment ever.
You're not done yet. All right, let's get back to the show.
Aspect of this.
Yes, where were we? What was your question, ma'am? Ma'am, underwear. Oh, did we figure that out?
Yeah, we even saw John's underwear.
Okay, all right.
We even saw John's underwear.
Do we want to ask another question?
Yeah, well.
This might not be a good idea. All right, we better ask one more. Somebody's got one. What do we got? Anything? Anyone? Yes, in the back. Yes.
Yeah, I did. Roundtree in New York. That's Dillard's. Yeah, it's not really a brand. It's a house brand.
Michael wears tidy whities is the bottom line of that one. So anyone else?
Keeps it all in there.
Yes. Oh, good question. Now we're talking. Or the way we would say it is Jesus, desert?
Okay, the 40 days, 40 nights was an intense spiritual transfiguration. So he went there to basically, be away from humanity, commune with the elements, through the elements his Father, and come back spiritually recharged. I mean, just to give you a matter-of-fact traditional interpretation.
By the way, may I add something to that? Ladies and gentlemen, if you've been on Facebook, you might have read the article from some scholarly somebody who has basically asserted that when Jesus went to the desert, he was tripping on acid.
Where on earth would he have gotten the acid, Tom?
From God.
Oh, of course. What am I thinking?
Or peyote, right. Yeah. The burning bush, right? Is that what we're talking about? Yeah, he was tripping on peyote. Anyone else?
Okay, third question.
Which makes him one of us, and that's why we're so connected to Jesus. So everything's fine. Anyone else? Yes, in the back. Alex, yes, sir? Yes? Okay, great. And that's the form of the question, everybody. Learn from Alex. This is our last question, and then we will welcome to the stage sayings. Singularity. Michael, go.
Singularity. Alone on a Saturday night with nothing to do. Thank you, everybody.
Mike Garvin, the Minister of the Interior. The greatest show in the history of now in this room. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Sayings for our first musical enjoyment. Sayings, come on up here. Very happy with the way the show's going so far. Yes, we've had nudity and fluidity, and we've had.
Well, we know who goes commando.
Yeah, well, yeah, we've seen some ass tonight. I think that's when you're doing a good church show, is when you see some ass. That's all I know. Okay. Take your time, no hurry. Any announcements? Alan, what's happening? Anything? Okay. When does it begin? Let me know. Is this the show? Okay. We're broadcasting to New Jersey. We want to say a special word of thanks to our friends in New Jersey and anybody that's watching the show. Reverend, any comments about the show so far?
Crystal Dawn Porter.
Oh, Crystal. Hi, Crystal.
Was North Carolina or South Carolina?
The Carolinas are the same.
Kevin Patestu.
Kevin Patestu.
Cigarettes.
Cigarettes? I need one.
Corey Bresler says hello.
Corey Bresler. Hello, Corey. Great. We're acknowledging our fan base online because there's nobody here. So we.
New Jersey.
Yeah, this is New Jersey.
Oh,
Oh, Doug Waltonbaugh. He's great. He's my executive producer for Roach Buddy. How about it for Doug Waltonbaugh, everybody?
Jeremy Barber.
Yeah, good. Jeremy, okay.
Thomas Bly.
Thomas Bly. Oh my God, we have more people out there than we do in here.
He says, fire it up.
Fire it up. Oh, that's coming. That's coming. That's when, where'd he go? Oh, he went out to smoke, but that's when he's coming. All right.
Gary Spengler.
Yes, wonderful. Gary, okay.
And Alexander Davidowski.
Great. I hope he shows up sometime to the actual show. I think he'd really like it.
Sweet.
Is this a show?
Yeah, this is the show now. We're doing the show. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, how we doing? Good?
We got 3 viewers.
3 viewers currently. Give them a round of applause. This is great news. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage for interpretive dance music, the one and only Sangs.
Thank you. This will be a little time I like to call the adjustable time Roniac toned down to maybe some sort of, let's see.
Like that. Yes, hold the microphone right in front of the speaker.
Hey. be worried, don't be worried. I step on whatever I step on ever. Be worried, don't be worried. I step on whatever I step on ever. Don't be worried, don't be worried. I step on whatever I step on ever. Don't be worried, don't be worried. I step on whatever I step on ever. Don't be worried, don't be worried. I step on whatever I step on ever. Don't be worried, don't be worried. I step on whatever I step on ever. Don't be worried, don't be worried. I step on whatever I step on ever.
Thank you.
How about if we're saying everybody? Amazing.
So far we've had quite a show, ladies and gentlemen. By ladies and gentlemen, I mean all three of you. I want to thank you for coming out to the show of shows, the one and only Hardback Cafe. And by one and only, I mean it's been in several buildings. Let me just fix this. And yeah, but it's the one and only now. I think this is the right building at the right time. I love it here. I meditate here. Ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to let you know a couple of things. If you are here for tonight's show, and I assume you are, excuse me, very important announcements here. I don't want anybody to be harmed in case something happens, like James Wesson charges you.
For you, more
Yeah.
likely.
Look at that. You see the lump there? That's a real injury. Yeah, that's gonna be healing for a while. I'll be down at Shan's later tonight. That's the kind of show I want to do every week. Yeah, every party I go to, I get damaged. That's what I live for. Yes. But ladies and gentlemen, I need to give you a little insight into what's going to happen. I know some of you can't stay long, and I know some of you can't come out late. Good. But anyway, what's going to happen is the Tabernacle Ferry, Michelle LeSueur, has prepared for weeks to bring you what you're going to see tonight. So if you will stay, and this will be happening right after this next performer, and then after that, I'll welcome you and a few others, but you will be right after the maypole, because that makes sense, seemingly. We're going to have a maypole celebration. Okay? Is everybody listening? We're going to have a maypole celebration. You can't do a maypole with just two people in a pole.
Why not?
Well, you can. I mean, I have. But what I'm saying is, you really want to have the whole community involved, which is even grosser than where my head is now, the whole community. But anyway, so for the people outside, please tell them the maypole. Shh, shh, shh. I'm giving the directions of the maypole. Hey, hippie, you with the hippie thing on your head. Shh. Try and do my maypole stuff. Do you know how dangerous a fucking maypole is? What if the maypole is charged by James Wesson? You got to prepare for this shit, man. You can't just be talking over it. You got to get your details right. So when the maypole happens, we're going to need, I think it's going to be 6 people, is what I heard. We need 6 people who will each take responsibility for one, ribbon. And then you have to go around. And I think, unless I hear differently from the organizer of the event, the ferry, I think we're going to play the maypole song from the original Wicker Man. So it should be really wonderful. She'll explain everything and how it's going to work. But we're going to need you to show up here and do this. Otherwise, our friends in New Jersey are going to go to bed without food. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the one and only Sangs. I'm sorry, I did that already. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the one and only Blueberry Season.
Blueberry season, everybody.
Hello, everyone. I am Blueberry Season. Well, this is an old song. Calling me out on my front, asking me out on the trot, get it on the upside. And this, calling me out on my bullshit, fuck it, telling her I love it, get it on the upside. And this, calling me the same man again, wanting to be a part of you, calling me the same man again, wanting to be a part of you. Better give it up, now I'm going out alone. Da 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 meeting you on a sliver of footed leather, telling me I'm not a giving, wasted your space, giving up on the face, telling me I'm not a giving. The past matters, wasted space, giving up on the face. Did you ask the woman to let you go? Did the man leave you standing up? Now I'm on the floor, now I'm on the ground, man, I gotta think. I knew nothing, I knew no alibis, drawn back to nothing with you. Who the fuck had a glove? Melting on the sidewalk without you. Drunken days inebriate. I paid for my proof of my violent chills, turning out forever and both. Drug me out the back door without proof. You said it was me. This one's called Filters. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You're the thief in the fields, plucking out love and hill. You're the wolf in the woods, crying out for me. As you bleed, my heart lights up. You beckon me to let you in. Your kind words and your gentleness, your grace could not be denied. So I sit on my own as your warmth dissipates, and it seeps out so slow that my feet melt away. And as you bleed, my heart lights up. You beckon me to let you in. Your kind words and your gentleness, your grace could not be denied. I think I'm crazy, so crazy, loving a girl like you. As you bleed, my heart lights up. You beckon me to let you in. Your kind words and your gentleness, your grace could not be denied. Thank you.
Brilliant.
This next song is about white nationalism. It's called Man's Laughter. There's no need to clap. It's still going on.
I like the subject.
It's still going on.
Trash nationalism. Not down with it. Down. Wait.
Yeah. It's not even worth the dumpster. Or the death threats. Say you want time and say you pain. They'll bleed you dry and make you green. Never cared for you. We'll slaughter all of you soon. Fly you ever to see them cry. They'll carry a banners to unite. their only cause is genocide. You're never human to them, they're always talking through you. They got terroristic dread. They're only waiting for the death of liberty. We're all enslaved properly. That's what's left to match this death of liberty and me. We're marching in the streets again. The white man here in his last stand. You're never human to them, acting on of violence, acting on terror to dread. They're only waiting for the death of liberty. They're all enslaved properly. That's left to love is death of liberty to me. Only waiting for death of liberty. All enslaved properly. That's left to love's conspiracy. Death of liberty. Death of liberty.
Blueberry season, everybody. Thank you, Blueberry. How about that? Song before the last one was
Huh? Fielders, yeah, I love that song. Blueberry Season has, I think, some music online. Am I wrong about that? Yeah. So find out more by talking to Blueberry Season. That's the best way to find out what Blueberry Season is up to. I'm up to a bunch of stuff, and if you want to find out what I'm up to, you can talk to me. Who's out there, Danarchy? We've got to get them all in, because otherwise Michelle Lessure's the fairies maypole thing is not going to work. We've got to get a bunch of people. It'll be like 4 people, like a whole bunch of them. Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll take a short smoke break. Midnight is what we said. I think Danarchy came up with that. The midnight pole dance, right? Yeah. Shall go. We're gonna gather our forces so we can do this correctly. No, it's not midnight. It's 5 minutes to midnight. This is a cigarette break and a gathering of the forces so that we have somebody for every fucking piece of ribbon. Now, do you need to set anything up here? The stage is yours, so I'm going to clear the stage. We're doing it on the stage. All right, Danarchy, you're required.
You made over 500 last week.
Oh, yeah, I'll take a look at it.
Here we go. We're gonna do the background show now. How do I get over to that side? Still broadcasting? Anybody say anything?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to do the maypole. And it's May. It's a big deal, by the way. On May 6th, I get my student funds. Yeah. I eat that lobster. Go to Jamaica. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I have to pay them back, but I can use them to live. All right, volunteers. Now listen, everybody, the ferry, the Tabernacle Ferry is running this deal. So please connect with the Tabernacle Ferry and get your duties. Everybody has to do duties. Everybody has to do duties if this is going to work. And remember, we're broadcasting to New Jersey, so this has got to go off without a hitch. There can't be any trouble. Well, we have to figure it out. Yeah, and Danarchy is the production designer, so check with Danarchy too, whatever's going on. Oh, Michelle's the production designer? Well, Danarchy's doing something important. Is he the pole? Oh, okay. All right, I'm going to turn the music down and we're going to make this happen, whatever it takes. Let's do this fucking maypole. I don't want no bullshit. Let's do this fucking maypole. Goddess bless the maypole.
Pay attention. Yeah. All right, pay attention, everyone.
Maypole!
We are celebrating the 1st of May, traditionally known as Beltane.
And you waited till the 2nd to do it?
What'd you say?
Yes.
Oh,
Love you, John.
Well, no, this is a very special cloak that he's going to wear on his head.
Okay.
She's too tall. She needs a chair to stand on.
Take the knees.
Thank you.
Take that lure out.
This is the best, most obedient maypole ever.
Oh. Also never call a punk rocker on radio.
Let it be noted that, yes, take
Let
the
it be
knees.
noted that thou shalt not call punk rockers obedient.
Yes.
Where can I just plug my phone in? That's
We
what.
gotta sniff the fat.
Okay, I need the head thing.
Head thing.
The head
Let's
thing.
get the head thing.
Eye thing.
Let's get this thing over there. Get that head thing
That's
up
one of
there.
them. Yeah, we need that, but we also need something else that Alan needs to get out of the fridge.
Get out
Oh
of the
my
fridge.
God, what are we doing?
Wallet?
The goat
I
blood.
am not in the fridge. Okay.
We need the goat blood.
I can't get out of the fridge.
Okay?
I'm okay.
Okay.
Just calm down.
I'm
Oh
there.
my
I'm
God.
still here.
We can do this.
Now I need
All
I
there.
got this.
My word.
ears. I never.
So pretty. You have to put it online.
No,
No, it's all good. We're good now.
Oh, look.
They're doing that for real in the school.
You're the green man, dude.
It's a tornado.
Thank you. And this has been chilling for hours.
I'm just trying to play like we're outside.
Let me know when you're ready for the music. I gotta help you do that.
It's been really hard to be the
What's
green
this have to
man.
do with organized labor?
So I got you a green man mask,
Oh,
This is not fertility.
and it'll.
No, it's labor.
Also because.
Fertility, yeah.
Yeah, when you-
When we start dancing.
Yeah, when you have a baby, you gotta go into labor.
And stop raining on the
And I
bridge.
also have a fan that I can fan.
Organized labor.
I broke it.
Whoa. Did I say you about that?
Hey, somebody take photos for the web, please.
no photos.
No
please.
photos, no
Hey,
photos. Nobody take any
No
photos.
photos, please.
Oh,
No.
God.
This
No,
is
Reverend.
exclusive
No, Reverend.
ritual.
No, Reverend, no, bad. Bad,
Bad,
Reverend.
bad Reverend.
Oh,
Not bad.
no. The Reverend
Okay.
can take pictures.
Okay, Reverend, get some shots. Get as many shots as you can.
Of the forest.
Yeah!
Present.
Amazing!
And now I need somebody to help me with the traditional maypole weaving.
Use the
Thank
mic.
you, Greg. Always.
Come,
There you go.
grab a
Okay.
ribbon.
Let me know when you're ready. I got the music.
Oh, no.
Ah.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
we got one.
Hey, get up there. Help, help.
Hey, ribbon.
Okay, great. Yay.
Oh.
Okay, yay.
It's
He
working.
won
It's
the
working.
ribbon.
This is gonna work.
Go over under.
This is the
Yeah,
game.
over under. Here you go.
He won with the Gainesville Green Man.
All right, I guess I'll be part of this. Okay, so.
I'm
so
left-handed.
So we. All right, let me get that.
In the woods there grew a tree, and a fine, fine tree was he. And on that tree there was a limb, and on that limb there was a branch, and on that branch there was a nest, and in that nest there was an egg, and in that egg there was a bird, and from that bird a feather came, and all that feather was a And on that egg there was a girl, and on that girl there was a man, and on that man there was a seed, and on that seed there was a boy, and on that boy there was a man, and on that man there was a tree, and on that tree there grew a And on that egg there was a girl, and on that girl there was a man, and on that man there was a seed, and on that seed there was a boy, and on that boy there was a man, and on that man there was a tree, and on that tree there grew a And on that tree there was a
Awesome. Fantastic! Oh my goodness, that's the best thing I ever saw. Holy shit. Now who's gonna unwrap this?
Dan's all wrapped up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Tabernacle Ferry, Tabernacle, all of you, the maypole. Welcome, May. Oh,
Thank
just
you,
amazing.
Maypole. Thank you.
It was amazing.
That was amazing.
It was amazing.
Okay, the next style.
Somebody got a shot.
I'm just gonna hang on the back here.
Yeah, let's hang
No,
out.
no, we have to see part of
Oh,
the
no,
ritual.
no, no,
We're
no,
supposed to
no. Off the stage now.
We're supposed to
Maypole.
Oh, it's all good.
Maypole.
That was the most beautiful thing I ever. Thank you. That was
And
fantastic.
thank you for the accompaniment.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
How about it, ladies and gentlemen? The Tabernacle of Hedonism Ferry. Okay. Tanner Keith is the maypole now. That's method acting. Thank you, Tanner Keith. That's amazing. Do you have anything to say or no? Or do you have any comments? Hang on, maybe there's a comment from the. Now, a comment from the maypole. I think that's kind of interesting.
I think they should have been fired.
Yes! Well, you know, we try. We're working on it. That's one of the greatest things I've ever seen. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next to the stage, Tapeworm. Tapeworm is preparing his gear, and while Tapeworm is setting up, I want to remind everybody that tonight, John Wasser is going to perform. And don't forget, for those obedient Tabernacle of Hedonism parishioners, each one of you who survives and stays late will get a free piece of cheese because it's butterfly. What is it? Butterflies?
Jesus.
Yeah, but butterflies on moldy cheeses for Jesus. Yeah, but we have special cheese in the back. We have aged cheese.
It's good too.
Yeah, you didn't eat the cheese early, did you?
Oh shit! I had it like 5 minutes ago.
You snuck into the cheese? Not our cheese.
I've had one warming in my pocket.
No, the package is.
Room temperature right now. It's perfect.
When I was a kid, I snuck into my church rectory. That's gross. And boy, did it smell. And I know I snuck in there and I ate all of the communion wafers. And it's true. And when they went to do the communion thing, there were no wafers left. And I was like a bird with communion wafers on my mouth. Yes, Tanner?
I'm Maypole.
You are the maypole.
I am.
Yes, Maypole. What have you got to say, Maypole?
Yes.
I just wanted to share the celebration of Maypole with all tonight. Since those that played before us won't know it, but now all of that you come on stage, I want to share this magical moment with you.
Oh, I guess everybody that performs has to wear this. Are you ready for that? Are you okay with that?
I don't think he's okay with
Don't you think it would add something interesting to your performance?
What have I started?
This is gonna be good.
Am I done?
Well,
Maypole syrup.
we don't force anything on anyone, but if you really want to be in the spirit of the show, you really should at least wear it. You should at least wear it to say hello.
He might not want it.
Looks kind of like a song.
Are you okay with it?
Okay.
Yeah, this is all about consent.
Beautiful, by the way.
It's a
Looks
man
fabulous.
singing
You wear
wonderful
hats
songs
really
about
well.
serial killers.
Right.
Wearing a maypole hat.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome.
No, I understand what's going on
Word. Yeah.
Oh, he looks like a bard.
here. Actually, that's
You look like a medieval bard.
Nice.
Singing about serial killers.
and let me fix it. I'll get you a little louder. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, first,
That's my finger. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, the beloved round of applause. Tapeworm.
Thanks everyone for sticking around.
Is the mic on?
Bird. Bird is the word. Yeah. All right. Bird. Bird is the word. So we'll just pretend it's still May Day, and this is a song I wrote when I was in a oi band. I was all the working class nonsense, and I was the only one that was unemployed. Or no, I was on strike, and I'm still on strike. So for May Day, take this job and shovel shit. Take some good advice and quit. No way out, you're stuck with it. Broken down is what you get. Break your bones to make you fit. Break your back, break your neck. Back to work, they crack a whip. Trapped under the pyramid. Trapped under the pyramid. No way out. Oh. Alright. Alright. Not yet, no.
That's a cheese string right there.
That's the cheese string.
Oh, cheese string.
It's the most popular string to break.
Tune into the key of cheese.
Alright. So, Evelyn Hernandez and her 5-year-old son, Alex Hernandez, disappeared on this day. 17 years ago on this day, they vanished. And speculation that it might have been Scott Peterson, though he's only known for killing his wife. Anyway, Lacey Peterson's birthday is on Saturday too, so I totally got to try and play this song right now. Lacey grew up on a dairy farm doing chores. Scott grew up hunting, sports fishing, great outdoors, earning a partial scholarship on the golf course. The wedding was at Sycamore Mineral Springs Resort. Lacey got pregnant, so Scott was gone more and more. He bought a brand new 2002 F-150 Ford. Amber thought he was Prince Charming on a white horse. With no clue he was already married, they popped champagne corks. What happens is him up with the word solution. The plan takes form. 2 Christian for an abortion, 2 Baptist for a divorce. From Modesto to Fresno, he drove back and forth. Lacey planning to name her son Connor. Looking forward to family life, that's not what Scott had in store. What happened on the morning of the 24th? He killed Lacey that Christmas Eve. He put her blood off the floor. He told Amber he was boarding on a flight out of New York. Really, Scott was just 90 miles north, filling out a missing persons report. Now his lies snowball. He tries to fake some cries, but the tears are forced. February 10th, when Connor would have been born. Friends and family pray out loud and secretly mourn. Scott prayed, man, he looked normal and not looked at for the disappearance. Oh, please, on his knees, good Lord. Connor's water coffin, birth stillborn dead, of course. That's not closure, lost hope when they both washed ashore. Scott's acting skills maybe could have won him an award on some cornball TV show, but not in the real world. Now his alibi had more holes than a Chinese checkerboard. Bloody morbid metaphors, stories spread and struck a chord. Arrested Good Friday, 30 miles from the border. Now he looked even more guilty than before. In cuffs when he left court. To make a long story short, golf clubs are not allowed in prison, and now he's bored. Oh yeah, one of Lacey's favorite songs was Van Morrison, Brown Eyed Girl. I forgot to mention that and then start with it, but so I pirated the Brown Eyed Girl. They played it at her memorial. And her birthday's on Saturday. She'll be 44, or she would be if she wasn't dead. All right, so for May Day, also I wanted to cover some David Rovich because now this is the 2nd of May, so 100 years ago in Winnipeg, Canada. Is the Reverend in the house? Yeah. In Winnipeg, Canada, they began a general strike 100 years ago today on May 2nd. So I'm gonna cover some David Rovich real quick. We shall fight them on the beaches. We will fight them on the shore. They'll bring us exploitation. We'll bring them their class war. We'll lock down to the gates as they're spreading vicious lies. They want to dominate the world. We see through their disguise. They'll have one big multinational with a corporate flag unfurled, searching everywhere for the lowest wages in the world. Then we'll have one big union from Melbourne to Prague to Seattle town, wherever they may go. We will shut them down. We'll shut them down. We'll shut them down. We will shut them down. All right. Still another David Rovick song that I tried to play another time, but it failed anyway. This is based on a true story, of course. Coke came to Colombia, searching lower wages. They got just what they came for, but as we turn the pages, we find workers do not like the sound of the children's hungry cries. They said, we'll join the union, and they began to organize. So Coke called up a terrorist group called the AUC. Said, we've got some problems down at the factory. They called an airplane to the plant and killed 2 union men, and the rest leave the union or we'll be back again. Now Coca-Cola didn't complain about this dirty deed. Why give workers higher wages when Coke is all they really need? They called the AUC, said thanks, without you we go broke. And to show our appreciation, here's 100 cases of Coke. The baby drinks it in his bottle and the water ain't no good. The dog drinks it, but he don't know if he should. Some folks say it's the nectar of the gods, but Coke is the drink of the death squad. Some workers wouldn't take the situation lying down. Some went up to Georgia, said, look what's happened to our town. You American workers get down fast, for us we just get shot. And those of us who live, our teeth begin to rot. Now that's the situation, what are we gonna do? Cause the death squads run Colombia and they're paid by me and you. We could let Coke rule the world, see what future that will bring. We could drink beer and smash the state, now that's the real thing. The baby drinks it in his bottle and the water ain't no good. The dog drinks it, but he don't know if he should. Some folks say it's the nectar of the gods, but Coke is the drink of the death squad. David Rovick. 146 years ago yesterday, the Benders, the bloody Benders from Kansas snuck away. Nobody knows really what happened to them, but 146 years ago yesterday, they went back to the farm and they dug up the grave and they kind of figured out sort of what happened. So real quick. Old man Bender and his wife Ma was the name she was known by, with 2 kids, Kate and John, both in their 20s and out of their mind. This family built this shanty along a lonely road beneath the Kansas sky, 20 feet by 16 wide, canvas curtain to divide their living quarters, with a room for travelers on the other side. They never advertised a real price. At first they tried to act real nice, as hosts were like parasites. Their guests were in for a surprise, cause the from behind with a sledgehammer during supper time and drag the corpse to the apple orchard graveyard, count the money and hide it. William York's brother came looking for him. Something just wasn't right. Kate tried to invite him inside. He smelled the bait, but he wouldn't bite. Saw right through lies, through frightful lies. He jumped on his horse and quickly rode out of sight. Panicking, the family planning to take flight, abandoning their shack that very night. When York comes back with backup, they find a horrifying mass grave site. One hole contained a 1-year-old child with a mouthful of dirt, buried alive. Outraged, angry posse right the prairie, searching far and wide just what transpired, whether they might have been lynched or slipped across state lines. They're long dead by now, by and by. Lord knows their kind has multiplied. Their kind has multiplied. And we have one of their descendants as our president, sort of. All right, real quick, J. Edgar Hoover's death day. So I want to do some gangsta folk real quick, where I mentioned this is Pretty Boy Floyd, and after that will be Dillinger. Chuck, Jack, who's Bob? Wait a minute, all right. The land was Parts by cotton plants like options were by the crash stock exchange. Jock, Jack, Atkins, Bob, and James all made a pact. Change their names, they go over a list of banks to rob. They played a deadly game. The cop got shot. The job was botched and Charlie was incarcerated. 8 months later, he is taken on a state prison bound train down the track like Eddie Adams. He twisted and broke his chain, kicked out the window and jumped up and never to be detained. He hit the ground, adrenaline stopping the blow, numb the pain. Back in business, Jock's accomplice Bill, killed by cops on Main Street, blown away. Dust storm shades the sun. The people pray for rain. Kelly went hunting for a pretty boy, found an early grave. Should not have tried to stop the sagebrush. Robin Hood, it was too late. Second the leg, in the leg. Now Jock and Dr. Bills to pay. Jack Birdwell would rob a bank and help his friend recuperate, but Jack was blasted in the back. That was his last escapade. At his funeral, 6 carloads full of well-armed agents wait, hoping for a chance to do away with Jock the renegade. The amount of more than $4,000 bounty on his head. He scored class 4, he tore the mortgages before he fled. Uncatchable pirate sharing the treasure. Charlie broke the bread. J. Edgar couldn't help, settled down his men out for bloodshed on his trail. Kept their weapons out, ready to spit lead. They had him. He ran for a stand of trees 200 yards ahead. They blasted as he zigzagged back and forth, but hit the ground instead of 45 slug in his chest. He knew his time had come, except it passed on, so the legend spread long after the hero was dead. In a reformatory prison could be where the story begins. Worried this could be where it ends. Dillinger learned method from professional criminals. When parole, he told him he'd break them out. Difficult mission, a promise he would not forget. He robbed some banks and bought weapons, but by the time they made their escape, Dillinger had been locked up again. And they knew what they had to do, and they would prove to be true friends. When they broke him out, Harry shot the sheriff, but he didn't shoot the deputy that fled to Cincinnati and then to Arizona. Then the law caught back up with him. Now John's lawyer, Louis Pickett, would allegedly pull some tricks. He bribed a judge to smuggle John a gun. Now that's good politics. Back in business, teamed up with Babyface Nelson, who liked to make things more dangerous. The First National Bank was picked as a target. Thing perfect, a plan backfired. They piloted the getaway Buick way down like a clown car through town with around a dozen hostages. Almost came to a stop to drop off unwilling participants. They find a lodge up in Wisconsin. They tip the bartender and pay their rent, but someone tipped them off to the law. The raid was beyond reckless. An innocent man named Eugene was blown away by federal agents. Sunday night, April 22nd. This was not the first fatal accident as the gang escaped beside Little Star Lake. When whoever hears this, he flips his fucking wig. The day was hot. John bought tickets to the theater, which was air conditioned. A supposed friend was really an informant. Outside, the detectives cover every exit. Manhattan melodrama credits roll by while John final seconds tick. They shoot to kill and that was it. 2 bystanders were also hit. Alright. Thanks for listening. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks, everybody. Reverend Angel Dust. Alan, Congo, everybody for being here.
Thanks for making my T-shirt. That was one of the greatest performances in Takeaway ever. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Beautiful. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. No, I mean that smell of fireworks going off, that takes me right back to childhood. When I was a kid, I lived on a golf course. Not on a golf course, but And we drank Boone's Farm. And in high school, we drank a bunch of Boone's Farm, and we went out to the golf course, and we drank like cases of it. And we went out to the golf course with a pickaxe. And we went on the 9th hole, and I carved a tic-tac-toe in the 9th hole. of the Miami Springs Golf Course. I'm confessing, you can come get me now. Statute of limitations. And then we played tic-tac-toe by taking the empty bottles of Boone's Farm and jamming them into the, into the ground in the shape of X's and O's. And then on the way out, we went to one of the ball washing stations, which were these big giant huts, and we just pulled them fucking over and destroyed that whole fucking golf course. Later, I'm not proud of it. It's terrible. No, I'm not proud of it. This is fucking horrible children, and they've already done shit to me now. I've already suffered at the hands of horrible children. Yeah, we get terrible shit. But I wanted to tell you, the other thing we did was my dad bought $300 worth of fireworks home one time from South Carolina, and me and my friends, we went out to the golf course. And they're on there 24 hours a day monitoring to make sure people aren't on the golf course. And if you are, they'll shoot you with a salt pellet gun. So we called them the Green Men. We said, we're going to defeat the Green Men today. And so we took that $300 worth of fireworks. And if you ever had a big pack of just regular firecrackers like you light out of your mouth, they're all tied together. If you buy a big pack, they're tied together by a fuse that's about this long. And so you take the fuse and you untie it, and we created a fuse and connected bottle rockets and things that shot, stuff like that. We just set up a perimeter around where the Green Men were. We said, ready? And he said, ready. So I lit my end, he lit his end, and then we just no! We just ran, and it was just yeah, we saw these guys coming out of there. They're like, it was so funny, and it's terrible because what if it would have lit on fire and killed everybody? We were terrible kids. But I thought about it later, and I thought, fuck, what are you going to do? Too late now, right? Listen, golf is a lot of fun, I've been told. I actually almost played it once. And I don't have any thoughts about it. I don't have any thoughts. Yeah, I like Frisbee golf. I'm really happy that I had the opportunity to do that. I'm happy that nobody got killed. I'm happy I get to tell that story on a stage. And I know that other kids are going to do stupid shit forever. And I know that some of those kids are going to probably fuck me up. Put something in the road or light me on fire, or because human beings are pretty crappy people. I mean, at the core. But the redemption is we're here, and we have an obligation to overcome the worst of us and try to be the better of us if we can. If there wasn't any darkness, there wouldn't be any light. And that's what I have to say about it. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the one, the only Wahoo! Give him a round of applause. Our political correspondent, the voice of our generation. How do you like that? John Wasser, aka Wahoo. Please tell us what we need to know right now.
Note the shirt, May 45, making the United States untied again. Just move one letter a couple of spaces and the word means exactly the opposite, right? We are now officially less than 2 months away from my 77th birthday on June 27th. which is a Thursday, so I will start celebrating my birthday right here at midnight. So hopefully Tom can time it so that I go on stage right at midnight. Then hopefully a good dinner and maybe a show of some kind on Thursday evening. How many lawyer jokes are out there? Actually, the answer is 3. The rest are all true stories. From whatthefuckjusthappenedtoday.com, we find Robert Mueller twice objected to Attorney General William Barr's 4-page summary to Congress, saying the memo did not fully capture the context, nature, and substance of this office's work and conclusions. Barr's summary claimed that the Mueller investigation did not establish that members of the Trump campaign conspired or coordinated with the Russian government, and that Mueller did not draw a conclusion one way or the other as to whether the examined conduct constituted obstruction. Mueller, however, sent a letter to Barr on March 27th, 3 days after Barr issued his summary, citing public confusion about critical aspects of the results of our investigation that threatens to undermine a central purpose for which the department appointed the special counsel, to assure full public confidence in the outcome of the investigations. Barr called Mueller's complaint letter a bit snitty. Adam Schiff called on Barr to resign. He argued that Barr willingly misled the Congress during his testimony on April 9th. And Barr said he wasn't aware of reports that several people on Mueller's team were frustrated with Barr's summary of the findings. Barr falsely claimed that Trump was never briefed by the FBI about the threat posed by Russia during the 2016 campaign, saying, "I can't fathom why it didn't happen." James Comey on Trump influencing Barr, "He has eaten your soul." The House Judiciary Committee is discussing whether to hold Barr in contempt of Congress if he skips tomorrow's scheduled hearing or ignores a subpoena for Mueller's full report. The White House rejected the House Oversight Committee's request for documents related to the security clearance process. The committee request came following accusations that 45's administration granted security clearances to more than 24 officials over the objections of career officials. Chairman Elijah Cummings called the move the latest example of 45's widespread and growing obstruction of Congress. Senior 45 administration officials overturned and granted at least 25 security clearances, including 2 current senior White House officials, to people who were initially denied by career employees for serious disqualifying issues in their background. She warned her superiors that clearances were not always adjudicated in the best interest of national security. And Newbold claims she was retaliated against for declining to issue security clearances, including being suspended without pay for 14 days. Jared Kushner was among one of the 25 White House officials whose security clearance was initially denied but later overturned. 43% of Americans approve of the job 45 is doing as president, the highest approval level since April of 2017. 52% disapprove. 46% of voters say the 45's Twitter use hurts his re-election campaign, while 22% say it helps his re-election efforts. 60% says Trump's use of Twitter is a bad thing, compared to 19% who say it's a good thing. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange was sentenced to 50 weeks in a British prison for jumping bail and taking refuge in Ecuador's embassy in London 7 years ago. The Alabama House has passed a bill that would criminalize abortion. If signed into law, doctors would face felony jail time up to 99 years if convicted of performing an abortion at any stage of a pregnancy, unless the woman's life is threatened. The legislation is part of an anti-abortion strategy to challenge Roe v. Wade. Beans, beans, they come out of your rump. The more you eat, the more you trump. You all know that in England, Trump means fart, right? Et maintenant que vais-je faire de tout le temps que sera ma vie, de tous ces gens qui m'indiffèrent, maintenant que tu es parti, toutes les nuits, pourquoi, pour qui? Et ce matin qui revient pour rien, mon cœur qui bat, pour qui, pourquoi? Qui bat trop fort, trop fort. Et maintenant, que vais-je faire? Vers quel néant glissera ma vie? Tu m'as laissé la terre entière, mais la terre sans toi c'est petit. Vous, mes amis, soyez gentils. Vous savez bien que l'on n'y peut rien. Même par les crèves d'ennui, toutes ces rumes tuent. Et maintenant, je n'ai vraiment plus rien à faire. And here's an old Bill Oakes tune. Is there anybody here who'd like to change his clothes into a uniform? Is there anybody here who thinks they're only serving out a raging storm? Is there anybody here with glory in their eyes, loyal to the end, whose duty is to die? I want to see him. I want to wish him luck. I want to shake his hand. Want to call his name. Pin a medal on the man. Is there anybody here who'd like to wrap a flag around an early grave? Is there anybody here who thinks they're standing taller on a battle wave? Is there anybody here who'd like to do his part? Soldier to the world and a hero to his heart. I want to see him. I want to wish him luck. I want to shake his hand. Want to call his name. Pin a medal on the man. Is there anybody here so proud of the parade who'd like to give a cheer and show they're not afraid? Well, I'd like to ask him what he's trying to defend. I'd like to ask him what he thinks he's gonna win. Is there anybody here who thinks that following the orders takes away the blame? Is there anybody here who wouldn't mind a murder by another name? Is there anybody here whose pride is on the line, with the honor of the brave and the courage of the blind? I want to see him. I want to wish him luck. I want to shake his hand. Want to call his name. Pin a medal on the man. Is there anybody here so proud of the parade who'd like to give a cheer and show they're not afraid? Well, I'd like to ask him what he's trying to defend. I'd like to ask him what he thinks he's gonna win. Is there anybody here who thinks that following the orders takes away the blame? Is there anybody here who wouldn't mind a murder by another name? Is there anybody here whose pride is on the line, with the honor of the brave and the courage of the blind? I want to see him. I want to wish him luck. I want to shake his hand. Want to call his name. Pin a medal on the man. Pin a medal on the man.
And good night.
Hallelujah. Is this the show? That's the show. That was the